There's a newly released medical analysis of the alien bodies presented at the Mexican UFO hearing. Yeah, that's right. The story is not dead, unlike the beings. Too soon? Okay, let's talk about it. Get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like, please subscribe, please share on social media, and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And if you wanted to support Cosmic Road in a bigger way, please consider becoming a channel member. See the first link in the description below. Okay, let's just get right into it. That's right. I know many of us are probably ready for this story to be over and to move on to something else, but the director of the hospital himself was at this analysis, at this scan. And they're putting a lot of weight and credibility into this medical investigation of these bodies. These doctors are putting their reputations on the line for this analysis. And they are standing by their results, or at least the process of analyzing these beings itself. So I think, I'm willing to give them a hearing and to see what they say. So let's check it out. Let's check it out. I have not watched this yet. Here is the AI dubbing of part of it.
These specimens cannot be explained.
Or look at the image. In this image, 3 dead people were seen from the scientific community that wants to do so and learn about these bodies directly. The first study that was done was a CT scan. The second study that was done was simple X-ray films, and the third was a fluoroscopy study. In the 3 studies we tried to see the structure, the skeleton of these bodies, and it was possible to determine that it does belong to a unique unarmed skeleton, made of a single complete piece that does not observe any kind of assembly or manipulation of the skull. As they have said, only a single room, alone in the world.
A study that had already occurred to us a few years ago.
So there you go. The doctors are saying this is all one skeleton. It's not assembled from pieces of other skeletons, and that the skull does not have any manipulation. In other words, it's not a llama skull shaped into what we see here. As unlikely as it sounds, these guys are saying these remains are legit entire bodies of non-humans, or at least not completely human. Here's a video of the entire proceedings. I believe it was a live stream, actually. And I'm not going to play it, but you can see they're all the doctors are standing around telling you what they're going to do, and they're very serious. And I believe one of these gentlemen is the director of the hospital, and there was another guy there to certify that it was an authentic live stream and there was no hoaxing. And these guys are taking it seriously. Whether we take it seriously or not is another question, but these doctors are not fooling around, and they really are putting their reputations on the line to study these specimens. Ronnie Vernet, one of our best reporters from south of the border, is on this story, and he's got a good breakdown of it. So rather than me reading the subtitles to you as we go through the videos of the analysis itself, why don't I just read you the bullet points as outlined by Ronnie Vernet. Yesterday, one of the mummies, Clara, was scanned live, the CT and XR, in front of 3 new independent doctors and an auditor. Dr. Ruben Linage, orthopedic surgeon, Dr. Armando, a radiologist, and Dr. Hosner Keza, the director of the hospital which runs the analysis. Let's go. The Dr. Lanagi, and that is the orthopedic surgeon, his analysis, there are no signs of fabrication of the body. This would be seen in the shoulder joints and skull. No deviations in the spine, which seems to indicate that the being did not walk upright. Okay, what? So this thing was crawling on his hands like a 4-legged creature? I don't know if that's what he meant or not. Maybe they just floated through the air. That's what some people are saying, since their joints don't articulate very well. Maybe they just flew or something like that. So he goes on the passage of the medullary canal visible through the spine. I don't know what that means. His analysis part 2, bones and joints of shoulders are very similar to those of humans. Bones show wear like in elderly humans. Small rib cage does not allow much expansion for breathing. Metallic implant would not be used to unite parts of the skeleton. There are clear differences in density in the tibias. Other types of exams are necessary. Wrist, hip, knee, and ankle joints would not provide mobility. Real skeleton doesn't look manufactured. Logically ordered circular ribs. Okay, and here's the key right here. There are no signs that the body was assembled, but asymmetries and differences in density are noted. Okay, so maybe that's what the debunkers were picking up on, is these differences, and they're asymmetrical and they have different densities. I don't know. Some people have pointed out that they don't believe the debunking was authentic, and that the CGI reconstruction of the bodies as presented in the debunking don't match the actual remains, which, if that's true, opens a can of worms right there. Is the mistake, is that a real mistake? I mean, have others found that as well? I would love to see somebody point that out with a visual representation. But, if it was true, was the mistake deliberate or not? Is it disinfo? Is the debunking disinfo? Is this disinfo? Oh my God. This story, guys. But yeah, the doctors say, the orthopedic doctor says there are no signs that the body was assembled. One of the ribs has trauma, some bones with animal characteristics and others with human characteristics. Okay, so if it's not assembled, why does it have different characteristics? I don't know, guys. I don't know. No union of the lower extremity with the ecadebellum, I said that right, or any joint in the hip that could provide movement is seen. So the thing's limbs didn't move very well, if at all. That's so weird. Dr. Hosner Kaza said he was there. That's the director of the hospital. Said he was there to give credibility to the analysis, since he is the director of the hospital, which has state-of-art equipment available, like the Toshiba Aquilon CT scanner used there. Other people present, the auditor, he was there to certify that the analysis was really being made live using the equipment of the hospital. And also the Jose Benitez, a physician, lieutenant commander of the Mexico Navy and forensic specialist, original analyst of the mummy. So there you go, guys. These doctors are standing by the results that they have gotten with these scans, saying this is a full-on skeleton, not assembled from pieces. The skull was not sculpted from a llama bone. And that this was a real being. I don't know, guys. I mean, this is, big if true is the understatement of the century. So, what do you guys think? Are these doctors doing some mushrooms down there while they're doing the scans? Or are they on the money? Let's see what they have to say for themselves.
Las investigaciones que se han realizado desde abril del año 2017 nos permiten entender que estamos ante algo que no hemos visto antes en nuestro planeta. No sabemos qué es, no sabemos su origen exacto. Lo que sí sabemos es que tienen 1000 años de antigüedad estos especímenes, que miden entre 60 y 58 centímetros de estatura, que son humanoides porque caminan bípedos en 2 pies, tienen tronco, extremidades. Humanoide, oides en griego significa con forma de, como los homínidos. No son un homínido, no son ningún tipo de mono, de chimpancé o de simio. Es algo verdaderamente diferente. También sabemos que son reptiles porque ponen huevos, su gestación y los análisis de los instrumentos científicos. Ahora sí que esto no lo dice alguna persona. Esto lo dicen los instrumentos científicos. que ponen huevos, por lo tanto vendrían a entrar a la categoría de reptiles humanoides. Podríamos agregar que son reptiles humanoides inteligentes, puesto que tienen implantes de metal por dentro del cuerpo. También es un verdadero misterio qué son esos implantes, para qué los utilizaban, de qué les servía. Sin embargo, lo que es un hecho objetivo y directo es que los metales están ahí en algunos de estos especímenes, como los que ya están en la Universidad San Luis Gonzaga en Ica, allá en el Perú, donde se encuentra la momia Luisa, la momia Josefina y la momia Victoria, entre otras. Hoy vamos a analizar al espécimen llamado la momia Clara. Deseo especificar y establecer que no es una momia natural en los términos de que haya sido eviscerada, que le sacaran los órganos, no, está desecada. Entiéndalo usted muy bien, no dije disecada, dije desecada. Es una desecación natural en base a polvos de tierra diatomea, algas microscópicas fosilizadas, y para todos estos detalles, que en eso consiste una investigación a profundidad, se encuentra conmigo todo un equipo de expertos, cada uno en su ramo, empezando con el doctor José de Jesús Salce Benítez. ¿Qué tal, doctor?
Muy buenas tardes, Fernando. Muy agradecido.
Well, you get the point. So the doctors introduce themselves and they give their spiel and then they examine the bodies and they come up with these amazing results. I don't know what to make of it, guys. Reptilian humanoids with eggs in their bellies, but their joints don't move. They have like little articulation, little to no articulation in their limbs. I don't get it. I mean, seriously, if you get it, let me know. There's people in the comments are, saying, well, maybe they flew and they used telekinesis to move objects around them. So they didn't even need to move their limbs for anything. I don't know about that. I don't know if I think I don't see that as super plausible. I know for a fact that telekinesis is real. I believe that flying is also probably real. If telekinesis is real, why not telekinesis of the body or whatever, right? So, I guess that according to my worldview, that would be theoretically possible, but plausible, no. Likely, no. Tiny humanoid reptiles that laid eggs and that flew around and that didn't move anything with their limbs. I mean, why have limbs? Why are there bones of different densities? I really don't know what to make of this story, guys. I really don't. But I was heavily, I was on the fence before, but heavily leaning toward the debunking side of the fence, I'll be honest. But now I'm at least back on the center of the fence. Let me put it that way. I'm not going as far as to say I think these are real alien bodies, although, like I said yesterday, I think there are real alien or hybrid bodies, and that they probably should have presented those at the hearing and not what they presented. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this analysis is on the money. These doctors, like I say, are putting their credibility on the line with this analysis, and they believe in it, and their results are amazing. So let me know what you think, guys. And if you've enjoyed this video, give me a big thumbs up. Sure would appreciate it. Smash the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Join me on social media. There's Facebook and Twitter links below. I would love to see you guys there. If you wanted to support Cosmic Road in a bigger way, please consider becoming a channel member. Channel members are rock stars, and I really appreciate you guys' support. Thank you so much. Meanwhile, there are plenty of other videos to check out on the channel, and I'll see you next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.